Hi, this is PJ McClure, the Mindset Maven, and I wanted to bring you a video post today to really reply to some comments that came from a previous post. And it was a post that I had just last week, and it was on the 100th anniversary of the sinking of the Titanic. And the analogy that I drew from the Titanic and some of the things that were going on in the initial moments when everybody realized it was sinking and they were trying to evacuate the boat was that there were actually a lot of people who were very resistant to getting into the lifeboat, even though they knew that the Titanic itself was sinking. They were very scared. They were apprehensive. They were used to what they deemed as safe, secure luxury around them, and somehow they were trying to convince themselves that it really wasn't happening and that getting into the lifeboat wasn't the right thing for them to do. And there was also this fear and trepidation of the fact that whenever they got in that lifeboat, they were in the middle of the northern Atlantic, and they were going to have to be lowered 75 feet down into absolute pitch darkness to be able to be safe and to have a chance to go do something else. And my question in that article was asking, are you on a sinking ship? Do you need to get into the lifeboat and just trust that that is the place where you need to go? And I got a variety of very interesting comments. I want to read a couple snips from a few of them and really reply in what has become for me a fairly common answer, honestly. But it's an answer that I think more and more people need to hear and understand how it applies to so many different areas of their life. So a few of these, people were very thankful for the article and helping them see it in a new way. Somebody says, I don't think my vessel is going in the right direction, but it's difficult for me to see opportunities, and that I would be scared because of my family. There was another one that says, I'm inspired to start, I'm inspired to get going, but then I fizzle out. That's pretty common. I think a lot of us can really relate to that. My ship is sinking, and having been laid off, a variety of things going on, taking temporary fixes, but having difficulty seeing the opportunities, let alone finding something to jump onto. And I love this phrase, now I'm clinging to the flotsam, wondering which way to go. Okay, brought the ship analogy that much further. Struggling to do what they know is the right thing to do. So that was the general consensus coming from that article, the people that replied. And the thing that I want to tackle really quickly when it comes to how we can make this a productive thing for everybody that commented and everybody who didn't comment but can relate to that feeling of the sinking ship or the ship going the wrong direction and needing to change vessels. Okay, even if it's going from the luxury of the Titanic to just a simple lifeboat. Because one will take you to your doom, and one will give you a chance. It's not a guarantee it's something, but it's a much better chance than what it is that you're on right now. So if you know that, some of the things we need to consider, and to answer these questions directly that people put in there about, not knowing which way to go, of getting started and then fizzling out, of just kind of clinging to whatever's floating around them and really trying to figure out what to do next. And the thing that is missing from every single one of those situations is vision. And when I say vision, I don't mean just sitting here and trying to figure out what might be cool and hoping that it comes into your life. It doesn't work that way. What I'm talking about vision, I'm actually referring to in the way that is referred to in Proverbs whenever the Bible says, without a vision the people perish. Now that's one translation. Depending on how you read that translation, if you go actually right back to the Hebrew, more accurately it says, without a prophetic vision. In other words, without having an idea of where they're going, be able to see where they're going, the people cast off restraint. That's really more close to the accurate translation. Without a prophetic vision, people cast off restraint. Here's what that means for us. We want to get a vision of what it is we want our lives to look like. And I don't mean just in our current reality. I don't mean with all of the bonds and the limitations that we have right now. I mean, if we were actually sit still and be offered the opportunity to just create a vision of the life that we want to live, the things we want in it, the people we want in it, the feelings we want to have, the experiences we want to come at us. Just an average, ordinary day. Just the things you would like to have in your life, how you would like it to go. And to be able to sit that out there, that would be the equivalent of your prophetic vision. This is where I want to go. This is what I want my life to look like. Then, by having that out there, and then coming back to your current reality, you can stand where you are, look out to where you want to go, and you can start to understand the path that it takes to get you there. Without any kind of a vision out there whatsoever, you do like this one person said, just cling to the flotsam, and let it take you wherever you want to go. You have no restraint. You have no guidance. You have no guardrails, if you will, to bring you in and to keep you on track for where you want to go. A vision isn't a luxury. It isn't something that, people that have nothing better to do can just sit around and create. A vision is an absolute necessity if you want to get anywhere in your life that is of your choosing, that is of your design. Okay, if you want to take the desires that are in your heart and turn them into what your reality is around you, you have to cast a vision for where it is you want to go. With that vision, you've got things that will keep you online. Okay, especially when you bring your purpose into play, they'll keep you on track. You'll be able to navigate the landscape much, much easier and be able to keep driving toward that place that you want to go. Without a vision, all bets are off. Okay, you can't complain about not getting anywhere because you don't have anywhere that you're trying to go. So you've got to have a vision to be able to bring in those boundaries, to be able to bring in that guidance and help you drive toward a certain direction. I don't care what country you live in, okay, via the internet and other things, economies are unlimited now. Okay, this is not about one country's economy. This is about you figuring out what you want your life to look like. It doesn't matter if you've been laid off, if you're in a horrible job, if you're married, divorced, if you're healthy, unhealthy. All of these different things are current reality. Okay, and if you just kind of float around in nothing but your current reality, then that's just where you're going to stay. But if you will cast a vision for where it is that you want to go in your life, I don't care how unrealistic it feels right now, it at least gives you a direction to go. And if you only take one step in the direction of the life you want to live, that's a victory. And that's a much bigger victory than just hanging out in the stagnation and stench of a reality that you don't like, that you don't want. So my encouragement to you, I want to implore you, get a vision. Cast your own vision. Don't take on somebody else's. Okay? Don't look around and say, ooh, what do other people expect of me? What do you want your life to look like? And it's in establishing that you'll find the motivation to keep going. That you'll find the direction. Even if you're staggering in that direction, it doesn't matter. It's the right direction until you get strong enough to walk and eventually run to get you there. Okay, I've been through this myself. I've seen thousands of people go through the exact same thing. I've had the absolute privilege of guiding thousands of people through the same process. You can do this. But you've got to start with understanding that where you want your life to go is actually the key to getting there. Just like Alice in Wonderland when the Cheshire Cat asked her, where do you want to go when she was standing at the crossroads? She said, oh, it doesn't really matter. Anywhere will be fine. And the cat says, well, then either road will be fine. If you don't know where you want to go, how can you possibly expect to get there? Cast your vision for your life and then start taking one step in that direction. It'll change you, I promise. This is PJ McClure, the Mindset Maven. Be your best.